never ever accept a screenshot as proof of payment, because those things can be doctored. They can be doctored, man. So you'll get a screenshot and everything will look great. It will look perfect. But then you check the top right hand corner of your proof of payment and the things is skew.
Okay, hey guys, we're back again. I'm Marcelo.
How's it, Luca?
So I think to kick this episode off, what we'll do is we'll talk. We'll start off with just explaining what P2P actually is. I'm sure you've heard it a bunch of times from us and from David or IG or whatever. But P2P is basically just when, let's say, I myself am a seller of crypto and Luca is a buyer of crypto, and he interacts with me through a platform which is a middleman. The platform allows Luca, the buyer, to purchase coins from me, the seller, and then that's literally all that P2P is.
It's essentially what it is. It's like, for example, if you go to Macro and you buy, how do I say this? Like, what's the word? When you buy like a lot of goods, you know?
Oh, wholesale.
Wholesale, there we go. You buy goods wholesale and then you take it and you redistribute it, selling it yourself, and you put your markup on it and basically take your profits there.
That's literally it. Yeah. Like, another way to think of it is like also the shops in your area, the small shops, the spaza shops, what we call them.
Yeah.
So they obviously buy in bulk.
What's a Coca-Cola Super Hits?
Yeah. So they buy in bulk, right?
Yeah.
And then they get it for a discounted price, which is what we do. We purchase our crypto in bulk, right, at a specific price, and then there's buyers who want to purchase from us, and they purchase in portions.
And they'll purchase at an elevated price.
Yeah, that's really it. That's how we as traders, P2P traders specifically, make our money. So I think maybe let's cover some myths.
Okay, sure.
Right. So the biggest myths in P2P trading.
Sure thing.
So the first one is like people like to think that it's illegal.
It's definitely not illegal. definitely is legal. The thing is, the behaviors behind it is frowned upon by the banks. That's what banks aren't too happy about. That's what they'll.
That's all good. So it's another myth is a myth. One of the biggest myths is that it's illegal, right?
Yes.
So it's not really illegal. It's not illegal at all. It's just that banks are
they're difficult. They require certain things from you in order for it to be legal. So if you don't do your due diligences and get KYC and things like that, that's where banks will start having problems, and that's where you can run into issues with legality. Yeah.
The banks is basically the one that's going to block you from the trading, because they're the people that's receiving the money. So they are very anal about a lot of things. Another myth is that everyone gets scammed. You're gonna get scammed.
You will run into scammers. That's the thing that is guaranteed. You are going to run into scammers, but as long as you, like I said, do your due diligences, you take your time, you make sure, it's quite easy to identify these scammers. We'll explain to you more in detail. Like, they are, for example, like people that will send you links where you click on a link and they'll get hold of your
they'll get access to your account,
emails and stuff. So they'll get access to your email, and then they'll use your email to get onto your no ones with 2FA factor verification and things like that. So that's just one of the ways that people will try and scam you, but we will educate you on that. And like, for example, one of the things we tell you is never click on a link. If, for example, you're doing a trade with someone P2P and they send you a link to go off platform or whatever, that's already a red flag, like a massive red flag. There is no need to send that link, because the whole entire transaction is done on platform, and there's an escrow to keep your coin safe. So anything like that, you should already be putting up your, what do they say? Putting up your side mirrors, checking. So
So another myth as well is that you need big money to start.
That's not true at all.
How much did you start with that?
I started with 2,000 rand.
That's not bad.
You see,
You started with less than me though. Yeah.
Yeah,
I started with 5k.
You see, that's
Dave started with 500.
even there's another example.
Yeah, so you don't need a lot of money to start with. It's just that it becomes a headache if you start with a little money.
That's the thing.
Because you constantly have to take your profits, right, and reinvest it into the platform, purchase crypto,
yes,
and do the cycle over and
very,
over.
what's the word? Like very dedicated, very strict with yourself as well. Because you can see now trades is coming in, so you'll see you've made some money. But realistically now, that money's got to go straight back in because that's your liquidity.
Yeah,
That's how you're making your money.
it's your trading capital.
Literally.
Yeah.
So whatever percentages you're making, you'll make it off of your capital that you have on the platform. You know, you can't you put an offer up, say you got 10,000, put an offer up for 10,000 with your whatever, say now you want to make 15% off it. You can't, if you're gonna spend now, say now you do your trade, you make your 15%, how much is that? Say now after expenses you walk away with like 1-2. First thing you go and do is you go buy cool drink and chips and this and that and that, and now you want to reinvest again. Now you put exchange your rands for crypto again, and you look, wait,
And I didn't even add, I didn't grow that much.
I didn't even grow.
Yeah.
I've grown by like $400. That's very easy to fall into that trap.
So you want to keep on just reinvesting
Yes.
to scale in the beginning phases. You can start with a low amount. It's just going to take a lot more work. That's
Yes.
the only thing about that. One thing that I will say that having a bigger account in the beginning helps you with is people we call coin lockers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
those are buggers.
Yeah, honestly.
So they'll see that your offer is right on top, and in an attempt to get your offers like off the top ranking, what they'll do is they'll open an offer with you and they'll just lock your coins
just so that you
can't trade anymore.
yeah, so you can't be like active now. So say now you've had an offer up for 3,000 rand.
And you only have 3,000 rand.
There we go. They'll open up an offer, like open up a trade with you for that full amount, and then just do nothing until the trade expires.
Yeah.
So
now you lost out of any trade that might have come in during that period of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Is another myth is that peer-to-peer trading is the same as chart trading. So like Forex.
Yeah, no, completely different.
Yeah.
Honestly, completely different. When I started P2P, I didn't even know what chart trading was, honestly. So yeah, I learned my skill set in P2P completely independently from that. I built my whole entire business completely separate from chart trading. I don't even really do chart trading at the moment. I'll dip my fingers in, but my main focus is P2P, which is purchasing of BTC and then selling it on again to a client at an elevated rate.
So one thing that I think viewers or people who have not done P2P trading, what they would like to know is how can they be safe? How can they avoid scams? Because we're saying that scams, you're likely to encounter scammers, but that doesn't mean that you have to get scammed.
Yeah.
I never got scammed.
I've personally been scammed once. It's not nice. It's not nice. But, we learn from these things, and that's what we're here for. So you guys don't make that mistake.
How did you get scammed?
Okay, so it's quite a crazy story. I'd been doing trades with this lady. She was an Afrikaans lady for like a long time. Probably been doing trades for like 3 months. And she said full KYC and everything. So I was like, okay, I'm starting to trust this person. But here's the thing, guys. You can't trust these people as far as you can see them, because you never know, right? At any point, it could be something like what I had, where they were running an investment scam. So this lady was running an investment scam, and it's even worse. She wasn't taking people's money; she was taking the church's money. So I'm getting hundreds of thousands rands into my account. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm not thinking two ways about it. This is where they say, do your due diligences and stuff. Because if I was paying attention, I would notice, why is my proof of payments the name of a church? Like, what's going on here? So I probably received like 5 or 6 payments from this woman. Then my account gets flagged. And now I start like looking into it, and I'm like, okay,
Damn.
I see now. Here's the issue. And
Jesus.
yeah.
So one thing that I've learned from Dave is to never release my crypto until the money reflects in my account. I've had trades open for days, like over the weekend. Someone will open a trade from me on the Friday night.
Market is paid. Sorry, pal.
And now they don't do immediate payment.
Yeah.
They do regular payment.
You must not wait.
Yo, then you wait until, you don't even wait until Monday, you wait until Tuesday.
Literally.
Because you need like 2 business days for that
to come through,
transaction to clear. Yes, yes.
So, yeah, and then you don't have to be rude about it, but you need to make, let your client know what the situation is. You need to safeguard yourself as well as them, and 90% of the time they will be understanding. The people who aren't understanding are more likely the ones who are trying to scam you out of your money.
Yeah, yeah. Screenshots is proof of payment?
Never ever accept a screenshot as proof of payment, because those things can be doctored. They can be doctored, man. So you'll get a screenshot and everything will look great. It will look perfect. But then you check the top right hand corner of your proof of payment and the things is skew. You can see this guy made this thing on Word or whatever. What's it called? Doctored this now, proof of payment. That's why we only take PDFs from the bank account. Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever tried to edit a PDF document before. So, well, if you edit a PDF document, anyone from anybody, you can easily edit it on the computer with Adobe Reader or something like that, Acrobat Reader. But if you try and edit a PDF from the bank, you can't, because it's encrypted.
Okay.
So that's why we want PDFs, because you can't edit the PDF document that comes from the bank. That's legit 100%. So if you get a PDF file, one way you can check it is if you can edit it. So if you can go into that PDF file and you can actually click edit and it allows you to edit, you know it's a fake PDF. That's one thing,
yeah.
Another one is only trade on the platforms with escrow.
Yes.
So if there's a platform that I don't know which platform doesn't have escrow.
But
escrow is very important.
Very important, because at least now you know your funds is secured. It's held safe. So if anything does happen where it's like a fraudulent payment or whatever.
I know. So let's say, for example, you guys are communicating off platform.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say you are the buyer of crypto, right? Yeah. And you are communicating off platform. Let's say I communicate with you, right? You are the seller. Yeah. I tell you, now we've been doing trades and I feel like I've created some kind of trust with you, right? Yeah. So I purchased maybe like 30 or 50K from you worth of Bitcoin, right? And now you just suddenly block my account and you stop responding. They have lost my 50K because I thought I can trust this person, but don't do that. Don't trade without an escrow,
because it just safeguards your liquidity. And honestly, if, like, for example, anything happens, it's there. It's not going anywhere. The moderator will come. You can give them all your proof, all your evidence showing I never received this payment. It's not in my account. And they will release the funds back into your whatever platform you're using, back into that wallet. So,
have you ever felt like stressed when trading?
Yes, definitely. It can definitely be stressful.
But would you say that you were in the beginning when you started learning how to do P2P trading, that was when it was stressful?
Very stressful.
And then now?
Not as much anymore.
Now, because you know the ins and outs,
that's
you're like chill and calm.
So much easier. Because obviously in the beginning now, you're starting to work out how you're gonna allocate your time, because the trading demands a lot of your time. And it can get overwhelming, because you say now you have 3 trades open and it's like 3 guys and they all going you the whole time. Send me my Bitcoin, send me my Bitcoin, send me my Bitcoin. And you're like, bro, I haven't received a single payment from any of them. They may have sent PDFs and stuff, but I haven't received a single payment into my account. Yeah. So now I can't release just yet. Yeah. But I can talk to them and let them know listen, it's coming. I haven't received anything just yet. Just know as soon as it's in, I will release you your Bitcoin. But that can be stressful because now you feel like, oh gosh, these guys are all calling me 24/7, not stopping calling me. It's been like 5 minutes. I had 7 calls. I can just release this Bitcoin. That's making a big mistake.
Yeah, don't release the Bitcoin if the funds don't reflect. Yeah. Don't release any crypto if the funds have not yet reflected in your account. Rather just have them nag you.
Exactly, and just be calm.
Yeah.
I know it can get difficult. Just have a clear mind. Mistakes are only made when you're rushing yourself and you're not thinking in a clear thought process. That's the only way.
I know another friend of mine in the trading space, pretty new. He was doing 2 trades at the same time, and it was for the same amount.
There we go.
Right?
Probably just
5K, same amount, right? 2 5Ks, right? So payment for the one came in, but payment for the other one didn't come in. But he accidentally released for both, and then that other guy disappeared. Just like, nah.
You see, that's how easy it is. But that's literally just because maybe you're stressing, maybe you're not taking your time to just look, take a breather, make sure before you act, pretty much.
So maybe we're gonna go a bit into like the banks and how they feel about P2P transactions and traders.
Okay, sure thing.
So banks often flag P2P payments. And that's usually because we do big numbers,
because of the volume.
It's the volume we do quite a bit of numbers. I won't lie. In the first 2 months in total, I probably moved over $1 million through my accounts.
It's quite a bit, brother.
Yeah,
it's quite a bit.
Yeah. To be fair, fortunate, I never got blocked though. I never got flagged or anything. It was bound to come, but I never got never got flagged. It was great though. But it was very clear that I needed to be on top of my bookkeeping and my financing and stuff like that because there's a lot of money moving in and out of my accounts. Thankfully, it's all through business accounts.
Yeah, thankfully.
If it was in my personal name, I think I would have gotten flagged a long time ago.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because you would have definitely. Because sure.
So they flag these because like when you're doing P2P transactions, right? A lot of the times this person will purchase Bitcoin or USDT from you frequently.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of transactions from the same person that goes over and over.
Same account.
Yeah, and it adds up to a large amount of money. And that looks like laundering. That looks like money laundering. So
then they'll usually ask you for source of funding and things like that. But that also just goes back to just due diligences, making sure you get PDFs and KYC and everything like that. And also,
making sure that you have a bank account because if you have a business bank account, that's what I mean. Like if you have a registered business, the banks are not going to question you as much or as heavy as what they would if you were a personal account because you are a person and now I'm receiving $1 million in my account.
Versus a business entity receiving.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Me as one person, what is your job that you earn $1 million?
Yeah, that's because they're not going to see that you're not making that full million. You're making a percentage of it. The bank's going to see that come in and they're going to
he's making income.
Yeah, that's his income.
Yeah,
So and they'll tax you accordingly as well. So it is important to get yourself a business account, to register a business and pay yourself a salary.